Hey, what's up, guys? I promised you guys that on my second segment of Two Guns, One Caliber, I would up the ante. And I'm doing that tonight. As you see, I have a whole array of pistols here. Some don't need any mentioning. Just by looking at them, you know what they are. But for those that are not familiar, I have here a SIG Sauer 1911 Tac Ops. Very nice weapon. Single stack 45. Awesome firearm. Night sights. 45 1911, needless to say. Let me turn my light on here. Hello. Turn light on. Okay. There we go. And in my opinion, I think this would be one of the finest combat pistols made today. It's got a nice little tack rail there, and needless to say, it's just one of my favorites. So why am I showing you this? Well, sometimes you don't have $1,000 to drop on a firearm, but you want something that's an example for home defense, or we're using our imaginations here a little bit, an SHTF scenario. Let's say something that you want to carry that's, number one, portable, and number two, something that would be interchangeable with firepower. This here is Glock 21 45. Okay. And basically it's something that not only do police departments carry, but very popular in home defense and in open carry and concealed carry. Very popular in especially in law enforcement. Here we have two 9mm. This is one of my carry pistols, a Glock 19 with one of my favorite lighting systems, the TRL-1. By the way, if you like disco action, it's got a strobe attachment to it. And the reason I like the Glock 19 is because, number one, it's concealable. Number two, it's got high magazine capacity. And number three, it's a Glock, because I know it's going to go bang. And lastly, we have here the Glock 17. What's the difference between this Glock 17 and the Glock 19? Slightly shorter barrel, and you get 2 more rounds. That's really it. It's basically a full-size frame, a little harder to conceal, but I purchased this just for Glock competition. That's all I use this for. I didn't really do anything to it because GSSF has very strict guidelines as to what you can do in their firearm. So all I did was basically put the combat sights on there. That's really it. So let's talk about this for a second. The Glock 17 and 9mm. Number one, it's a Glock. Number two, lots of rounds. Here we have 17. I don't know if you can catch that on video or not. 17 rounds plus one, total of 18 rounds of 9mm. And with the longer barrel, you're going to have better precision and line of sight, since you're able to put your rounds where you want them a little easier than you would, let's say, for a Glock 26, which is compact. So in a grab-and-go type situation where I needed to get out of this house and grab a bag where I would have, number one, maximum firepower, and number two, let's say perhaps a long rifle. If you remember my last segment, I did the 1 caliber 2 guns, and I used the 22, that being the 22 SR 22 by Ruger and the Ruger Takedown 22 long rifle. But there's one thing that package lacked, and that was interchangeable magazines. I still had the same caliber and the same ammunition, but what I was lacking is the ability to interchange magazines. So you're saying to yourself, well, what the heck are you going to use with that Glock 17? I have a solution for you. What I have here is one of my favorite long guns. and I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'll let you see for yourself. Yes, I'm sure you've seen it. This is the Kel Tec Sub 2000. If you haven't seen this before, this is awesome. Sub 2000, chambered in 9mm. It is a collapsible stock, 16.5-inch barrel, but it is inoperable when it is in its collapsed position that you see here. And I will uncollapse it for you. There's a little switch here that you have to depress, and you basically open it just like that. Let me back this camera up a little bit so you can see it. Yeah, I gotta back up a lot to see it. Hello? Like my living room. Okay. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna have to zoom out a little bit there. So, the cool thing about this is that you're able to use the Glock 17 magazine. Here is a single stack Glock 17 with 10 rounds, New York capable, New York legal. And for obvious reasons, I can carry more than 10 rounds. But the cool thing about this Kel Tec is that in a grab and go situation, I can empty my mag and load up this Kel Tec with my Glock 17 magazines. And there I have my 17 rounds. This firearm is literally one of my favorites to shoot. It's very tactical. It's got combat night sights there, as you can see. Fiber optic front sight. It's got a peephole in the back. It is very accurate. It's a carbine, obviously. They're very hard to get. I love Kel Tec, but Kel Tec, let me tell you, production, I don't know if there's a problem with you guys actually pumping out the numbers in Kel Tec, or distribution, or what, but if you want to get one of these, they're hard to get. I got this years ago. I ordered it through Gander Mountain, and the only reason that I was able to get one is because the kid at the counter, I told him I wanted to order one of these. He said, sure, we can order you anything. And then when it actually arrived at Gander Mountain, the manager was like, no, we can't sell you that. And I basically used the Jedi mind trick and was able to get it. But this is literally one of my favorite firearms, and I haven't done anything to it. If anything, I've probably polished the feed ramp and polished the bolt there a little bit, and that's really it. And since I did polish it, I do tend to spray it every now and then, so make sure it's lubed up. So, talking about your pros and your cons, it is definitely portable, and that gets 2 thumbs up. The way that you collapse it is that this trigger guard goes up, and as you depress it up, it just folds just like that, and you're able to carry it in this case here. You've got pouches right in the case for some magazines, and I can take it with me camping, backpacking, whatever. But the really cool thing is being able to take this weapon here and load it with these same mags that I have in that Kel Tec. Price, I paid under $400 for the Kel Tec, and you can look up prices at your local dealer for the Glock. I think they go in between, for the full size, or in the 6 area. Other things that you can do with this Glock, obviously, if I can find it, as I've already shown you, is you can mount your light. TRL 01 goes for about $100, but you can go cheap with hello, how about this AIM here, on eBay for like 25 bucks. But you know what? With these lights, you get what you pay for. It still works, but the way you activate it is with a switch on the bottom right here. That's how it turns on, and there's no side switch, which is not, in my opinion, very tactical. It still works, it looks good, but I like to press my lights here with my indexing finger, or as I shoot competition style, I keep my thumb on the slide. So the way I activate it is with my finger right here, or with this finger here. That's how I activate it. With this, you have to literally take your hand under here and hit the switch, which I don't like very much. So I don't really care that much. Concealment. The Glock 17 is not made as a concealable weapon, although you can conceal anything. You can conceal a rifle if you need to. Reliability. It's a Glock. It's going to shoot. The Kel Tec Sub 2000, when I first received it, I did have some problems with it, with some stovepiping. I sent it back, and since then it's been 100%. I don't know what they did. But Kel Tec will do the right thing. As far as I know, the customer service is good. I have contacted them twice for a couple things, and what Kel Tec has done is they've reimbursed my shipping. So I would definitely do business with Kel Tec again. And I also own their PMR 30, which has been awesome. So all in all, with this two guns, one caliber system, we've upped the ante a little bit by being able to not only use the same caliber, but then use the same magazine as we have in our same firearm. And that's a plus, just because if I'm in a tactical situation and I'm out and I need to grab a magazine for my long gun, it's nice to have the same mag pouch or on my belt to be able to use it for my firearm. So that's, I see that as a huge advantage. Let me take this out of here. That's really it. I told you I was going to up the ante a little bit, and the next time I'm going to do the two guns, one caliber. I'm going to up the ante even more. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment me. Guys, if you watch this video, please, even negative or positive, please comment. I don't get many comments, and when I do, I get very elated. So thanks again. Once again, I'm new to this, and this is very fun for me. This is a hobby type thing, and as always, this is for entertainment purposes. I guess that's a disclaimer. But I'm sure you want to see that SIG again, don't you? It's a beautiful thing. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Look at the rail. I haven't even gotten to shoot this yet, so I'm dying to. Anyway, maybe I'll do a separate segment on this one of these days. Alright guys, ciao.